bestie, so I am doing your horoscope reading for the Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpios. This is a timeless horoscope reading that will help foreshadow the future and tell you exactly what you need to know in the messages that I see here. The very first thing that I'm seeing with the courage of love showing up is that a lot of you are actually being pushed to love someone right now. To love someone even though they have their addictions, even though they have their problems, even though they have their pains and things like that. A lot of you guys are being pushed to love someone that is actually hurting. They have a lot of issues when it comes to money, especially when it comes to kids. They have a lot of issues as well. What is across this? The Cindy Veil card shows up in my signature tarot deck. This is basically saying that it's hard for you to see them in a good light with all of the things that they're trying to do in their life. I believe that this is simply put like this, water signs. It's hard for you to understand that these people actually mean well, without just wanting to use you for a good time or actually wanting to use you for a pastime. For sure, you're wanting to plan your future with these people, and it seems like it's hard for you to see that they mean well. They do mean well. The number 11 is tried here. You may see a lot of 11-11s and things like that. Those 11-11s are going to tell you that you can kind of let your guard down, water signs, when it comes to these individuals and when it comes to people like that in your life that you just kind of side eye. The spell card with grace does show up here. This talks about your plans financially. I feel like there are 3 specific financial plans that you have in your life. The one that is the biggest deals with you moving, deals with you uprooting yourself. It deals with you, taking a large sum of money and changing your life. You're going to have that large sum of money within the next 6 months. And again, this is timeless. So the next 6 months for you from today's date, not the date that I record the message from. Okay, that's a very large sum of money happening. What else do we have here? We've got the Nux card showing up with the Bel Air card showing up. So this means that even though you kind of ruined your situations in the past when it came to your living situations or your livelihood or your circumstances, that this stuff is coming back into your life. It's coming back into your life quickly. 6 months is not necessarily a long time, for sure. The shadow does show up at the end of this. So this talks about more towards like the 5th and 6th month that you're obtaining your finances, you're getting yourself into a financial space, that you have that same opportunity to go back and ruin it again. That same opportunity comes up. This could be another person that made you ruin it, or that makes you ruin it again. This could be just not wanting to work, your lack of work, being tired and not completing the mission here. It could be several different things. So just make sure that you understand that once you're close to your dream, make sure that you keep the energy to keep your dream. For sure. This is also talking about, how tired you are, how sad you've been, how emotional that you've been. Your spirit guides are saying that you've been crying a lot and definitely sad a lot, especially within the past 3 days. This sadness that you've been dealing with is subsiding. It looks like it's subsiding within the energy of your ancestors. The ancestor money card does show up right here from my signature tarot deck. So this is kind of saying that it's subsiding with the energy of your ancestors. So your ancestors are taking on a lot of this energy for sure. Okay, this means that you're going to be crying alone, you're going to be sad alone, but you're not necessarily there by yourself. You're not there by yourself at all. Okay, with the Bel Air card showing up, with the Cindy Veil card showing up, this is saying that you feel as though you may need to move by yourself, but you don't. You don't necessarily need to move by yourself or to go by yourself. For sure, you're not needing to alienate yourself. There's a lot of good things here as well. Some of these good things, this talks about a $44 increase that I believe that you get. So these are going to be specific signs that you can look to from the universe and from your spirit guides to let you know that they're there. There's that $44 that shows up within the next 3 weeks. Okay, this is a blessing. The Nux card showing up with the Courage card. This is actually talking about someone from your past mentioning food to you. Okay, mentioning food to you for sure. So maybe this could be like a date or something like that. That's going to be another horoscope message there. With the Ancestor Money card showing up, you'll be seeing the numbers 11-11 a lot. So those are a few things that you can look for from signs from the universe. If you are asking yourself a yes or no question, I want you to ask yourself a yes or no question right now. Okay, water signs, I want you to ask yourself a yes or a no question right now. I'm going to give you a second to do that. Okay, think about it. And then I'm going to read the energy of that yes or no question to let you know. So the answer to the question that you're asking in your heart and in your mind's eye is Dabashay shows up. This is the energy that actually maybe. It depends on if you've learned from the past. So this is saying yes. It depends on if you have learned from the past, if you understand the past and things like that. So that's a yes. Now with the illicit card showing up, it says that you won't have it right now. It won't happen right now, but it is bound to happen, and it's very, very good. Very, very good. Your lucky numbers. I'm going to tell you what your lucky numbers are, water signs. For this horoscope reading, your lucky numbers are going to be the attorney shows up. That's going to be tried by the number 11. Okay, you've got the Tamiya card showing up. That's going to be tried by the number 3. The Recups energy shows up in reverse. That's going to give you your 37. The Willie card showing up is going to give you your 92. Then we've got the Stalliato card showing up across that. That's going to give you your 33. Okay, with the Never Fail card showing up, that's going to simply be the number 1. So those are your lucky numbers. You may see these numbers when you're out at the market, when you're out shopping, on your receipts and things like that. Whenever you see or you can actually play them and use them in your gambling endeavors. Okay, but whenever you see those whenever you see those numbers, I want you to pay attention to what it is that you're thinking about in that moment, what it is that you feel in that moment. I want you to just simply think about what it is, what that number and what that time and what that moment is consisting of. Okay, because it's going to be very, very important. With the 33 that shows up, you'll be seeing that 333 a lot for sure. That's going to let you know that what you're doing right now in that moment and what you are thinking right now in that moment is really destiny for sure. A lot of you water signs are going through a spiritual awakening. That's where your number 1111 comes in and your number 1 comes in at. Okay, a lot of you are understanding that the world is moving in a very different pace, and you're kind of feeling like you don't fit in. Okay, you're kind of feeling like you don't belong, but you do belong, but you're just growing though. Okay, you're just growing. I'm gonna pull out and see what the warning signs are for you water signs for sure. What the warning signs are for sure. Okay, let's see what we have. Let's see what comes up in the warnings. Now the warnings are definitely not meant to scare you. Okay, but hopefully should a little bit more secure in going forward. Okay, Spirit, what are the warning signs here? Give me the warning signs. Okay, so we've got the E in death showing up. We've also got the Deep Your Regret card showing up. There's another card here as well. That's the Through Magic card in reverse. We've also got the Canteen card in reverse as well, with the Essence of Germain showing up in reverse. Okay, the E in death is actually saying that you have physical safety. As of right now, you're going to be safe. As of right now, the Through Magic card showing up. This talks about a situation that'll happen in 2 days to kind of cause you to be in an emotional wreck and kind of be sad. So kind of watch that. The Deeper Regret card shows up. Anyone that you've canceled out of your life, you need to go back and get. Okay, this is going to be your most meaningful friendships, your meaningful relationships and things like that. The Canteen card shows up, so your spirit guides are wanting you to watch your health as of right now. The Essence of Germain is also here, so this is talking about maybe pregnancy or expansion of family for sure. I think the major warning here that I'm picking up is don't be afraid to believe in someone else's fantasy. Okay, the Essence of Germain gives off the energy of a lie, but it's a fantasy, and what this is saying is it's okay for you to understand intuitively and know that people won't actually make it to where they're trying to go, but you can believe in them so that way they make it somewhere. Again, the safety of you is here. The Through Magic card is in reverse, so that's going to deal with all of those emotions and everything like that. The thing happening in 2 days for sure. The Deep Your Regret card showing up, so you're going to see a lot of flashes of red before you actually get upset. So when you see those flashes of red, friend, those red auras, it's best for you to kind of just brace yourself and just give it a second. Okay, I love you water signs. Thank you guys so much. Again, Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpios.